Alright guys, this is Halister, and we're going to be taking a first glimpse at what I think is the first best horror game for, Halloween and things like that. And of course, you Resident Evil fans out there will get my drift when I say this is the best, because the further and further Resident Evil goes, the less scary it gets. But if you go back to the remastered version of the first Resident Evil they've ever made, it is actually one of the few games that scares the living crap out of me. Like, almost literally. I almost literally shit my pants on this game. So, I'm gonna see if this mic is on. Let's see. Sure. Okay, yep, it's on. Okay, cool. You can hear me. That's good. And we'll go right in. Now, for you guys' sake, I'm going to restart from the beginning. I'm gonna say I'm going to restart from the beginning on Chris's, because honestly my save on Chris wasn't the best, to be honest. I failed to save a certain somebody in the game, and that actually made it 10 times harder to move on in the game. I'm going to start on the weakest difficulty because, yeah, that's how it goes. Don't want to really start on the hardest because, you don't want me screaming on the microphone. Seriously, I get loud.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Found it yet?
No, not yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people.
So
Victims
you can see
were apparently eaten.
the difference in
The
the
Bravo team was
original
sent in to
graphics
investigate,
and
but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
introduction,
Bravo
and this
team's
one,
helicopter was a derelict.
because the original graphics were kind of, even though the
Save for the remaining
movie
body of
scenes were
Kevin.
great, they were never this good. I mean, this is actually such a good freaking...
We
Oh,
continued
and
our
there's my
search for the
favorite
other
character,
members,
Wesker. He's a badass.
and it turned into a nightmare.
Then there's Chris. I'm pretty sure all of you are familiar with Chris Redfield from Resident Evil 5, even if you didn't start from the beginning, like I didn't. And then there's Jill Valentine. She plays in Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 5. She's pretty good. And that guy is just a red shirt, waiting to die. I would not settle down, guys. Yeah. Jill, we better start running. Run, bitch, run. Or do you like the doggy style? Yep, she likes the doggy style. Until she saw my face. face was too much for it.
Come on!
That's some badass graphics right there.
Hey!
So there's that helicopter.
Where the hell's he going?
And they go. And Chris is gonna try and be a badass. But Wesker
Chris, this way.
is better. Everyone knows that. Oh, that's Barry. Barry helps Jill. Wesker helps
Make for that mansion!
Chris, and Jill helps Chris. I think Rebecca Chambers from Resident Evil 0 is supposed to be in this one. And yeah, she is a pretty badass. Pretty much. I mean, well, despite the fact
There
that
are only 3 stars
in
members
Resident
left
Evil
now.
0 she was kind of weak.
Captain Wesker, Jill, and myself. We don't know where Barry is.
Is everyone all right?
Barry. Where's Barry?
He's...
No. What was that?
See, what I don't
I'll
get
go
is
and check
as
it
you
out.
play as Jill,
All right. Jill and I will stay and secure this area.
Chris is the one that's
Chris?
missing.
Take care.
And you have Barry right by your side. But as you play as Chris, Jill is the one that's, or no, it's Barry that's the one that's missing. And honestly, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to keep things straight because this game is so difficult to understand after a while. But after a few moments of the same exact gameplay, you'll start to realize that it's alternate choices, alternate stories, just fucking awesome shit. But let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I want to deal with that damn zombie right now. Yeah, why not? So the horror begins. I have to deal with him. Well, I can wait until I got the pistol. Yeah, I'm running. Cause yeah, if I try to face him with the knife, it's not gonna be a pretty sight. I'll probably die, and you won't get to see much. I've done it before, but it takes a lot of fucking time. Of like going towards him, slicing him, going back, going towards him, slicing him, going back, and it's just repetitive and
Jill?
not really worth it.
Where did they go?
Alright, yeah, pick up that piece, bro. Now, in this one, I think... Well, here's my theory. Wesker took Jill to an area in which... they have time alone, and tried to get her on his side. I'm not exactly certain of this because I haven't played this part very well through. I've played the Jill version, and honestly you start seeing that well, where's the freaking zombie? I don't see it. Oh, there he is. Boom. You like it? You like it? You like it? You like it? Oh, I think he died. Wait. Nope. Gotta make sure. Alright, well, the thing is, in this game, you have to be very careful of how much ammo you consume, because you consume too much handgun ammo, you'll be relying on the shotgun for quite a while. And that's not good, because shotgun ammo is very seldom to come across. Scarce, I would say. Alright, now I have to get to, let's see, get to here, get to here. Yeah, I played this part way too many times, so I know exactly what to do. I just move this over to the chick. Pick up the map. Yep. So there you go. We got the map. First floor, that's good. But not good enough, because you gotta know how daggers work. I already know how daggers work. Zombie comes up. Look at that beautiful face. Don't you want to kiss it? Alright. Nice hit. Right in the freaking face. Alright. Okay. It doesn't drop anything. You'd think the zombies would drop something, but I don't think these ones do. Why am I going in circles, damn it? Okay. Alright. I think I got everything out of this part. Yeah, I got everything. Wait, no, don't push that. Damn it, Chris. That's one thing I hate about being Chris, is because you constantly have difficulties. This is the most difficult part to play. Mostly because you only got 6 item spots, as Jill has 8. The only good thing you have about Chris is he always has a lighter. And Jill gets the lockpicks. Jill has the skill to play the piano, which you will need later on in the game, trust me. And Jill's just a complete badass. You can't go wrong with Jill. But I want to show Chris because difficulties kind of make the game a little bit better. Let's see. So where do I need to go? Yeah, okay, I need to pass this barrier. Or door, whatever the hell that is. I won't pick up everything in the main room yet. Mostly because it's not needed yet. And I don't think it's a good idea to pick it up right now, because I end up putting it in the safe deposit box anyway. And it just rots in there for a while. Okay, so there's some ammo right over here. Take the handgun ammo. And you aim and press circle to, you know, reload and stuff. Because it's just what you do. Man, I can't wait until I get the kerosene. That's gonna help a lot. Alright, I'm gonna combine you guys. There we go. Yeah, you can combine herbs. The way that it goes is you can combine a green herb with a green herb, and then you can combine the result of that with another green herb to make it a little bit stronger. And then you can combine a green herb and a red herb to make it completely heal you. And then you can combine the result of that with a blue herb, which also cures poison if you're poisoned. And I don't like the sight of this dude. That's a crimson zombie. Oh. Did you hear that? I didn't like that. I hope that means I don't have to deal with him. Ooh, oh my goodness, I didn't even see him. I thought that was my own reflection, damn it. Oh, I'm glad I didn't fucking shoot him. Oh shit. Alright, reload. One thing with horror games is you always want to reload. If you have the bullets to do so. Because if you don't, chances are you will die. You will die a terrible death if you have to reload in the middle of a fight. And it's not pretty. It's really not pretty. I've seen people die so many times just because on, say, Dead Space 1 and 2, they did not reload after killing a group of people, or, you know, zombies and stuff, and it's just, it's bad. Alright, I really don't feel comfortable with the crimson zombie here, but where do I need to go? Oh, this way. Figures it'll push me to the one direction I don't want to go, but you know, you have to. There's no, oh yeah, nope, not ready for this area. You need a fake key to take the place of the real key, because if you don't, that one of the statues with blades on it starts coming at you, and it's not a pretty sight. You end up getting chopped up into pieces, and yeah, it's not fun. Most of the time you'll find a lot of the puzzle of the whole entire game is just placing. The placement of items. That is the only problem with the that you're trying to solve in the game. I wouldn't say it's a problem with the game, because it actually makes the game last a hell of a lot longer. I've went through so many horror games within a few days, and it's not cool. It's not cool to, you know, spend your money on this game that you're hoping was, you know, the greatest thing, and it ends up being beat in, what, maybe 2 days? I mean, we all know that feeling with Call of Duty, and then their freaking, what is it called? Storylines get even worse. I mean, I don't even want to get this Call of Duty 3, because, honestly, it's futuristic. I mean, what? The only people who can get futuristic right are the people that actually started the whole story off of futuristic things. Like Destiny, Halo, Star Wars, those type of things. I mean, it's all futuristic, and it's actually nailed pretty good. I mean, you can argue about Destiny, because right now I'm trying to reach out to them and tell them, hey, there's this, you know, DLC idea I want to give out to you guys, and I want to give you the idea of possibly allowing your character, everybody's character to go dark and light, or dark or light. I mean, you can't go both, because that you'd be having a too OP character, which is not cool in Crucible. But it just would open up so many opportunities of so many great things that can happen with the game. Like, you can have this idea of, oh, the Traveler is not actually, a good guy. You have to look through the black and white stuff that is not relevant to the game. Because really the whole, oh, these guys are bad and we're the good guys, makes the game actually kind of suck. Alright, enough with Destiny. We came here to hear about Resident Evil. So, you guys that actually played the Resident Evil 5, 6, Operation Raccoon City, the Revelations 1 and 2, y'all know that this game is built upon surviving. That's the main point of those games. But you find out in this game that it's not exactly the point. Yeah, you have to survive to do the task that you were sent to do, but the whole point is to actually find out that Umbrella is a secret organization that is starting these zombie attacks, terrorist, biological attacks, and things like that. And you start to figure out that this game starts to twist and turn, and show you that your own people in your organization, which is STARS, starts to backstab you. And it's not really right. I mean, I miss having Wesker as a good guy. I mean, I just absolutely adore his character. I cannot have it any other way. Like, I can't believe he's dead in number 5. I want him to reanimate somehow. Maybe help at the end of possibly 7. They're thinking of making 7 and having it in the whole storyline of Resident Evil, which I can't wait. I really can't wait for that. Because even though it's all based on action, they are great games. I mean, I would take a Resident Evil over Call of Duty any day. There's no doubt about that. Like, Call of Duty just sucks. They don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, they used to know how to make games. I mean, the Black Ops 1, it was a great game. For as much as it was a great game. But there was no way in hell that anyone would ever see any of the Black Ops turning into a disappointment of, oh hey, we're going to turn it into a futuristic crap hole that you guys don't want to play. Because we're, helping out Bungie make Destiny, but, Bungie kind of failed on that one too, because they didn't give the original story. I mean, I'm not here to trash talk Bungie, but they could have done better. And I'm kind of disappointed with that, because the original game that we were anticipating is not there, and it's sad. I mean, it's a loss. Why? How is that fair at all? I mean, everybody was waiting for such a great game, and it is a great game as long as you look through the little holes in the story and you see where it can be filled in. And that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to fill it in with, you know, some extra storyline. And there I go, ranting on about freaking Destiny again. It's just one of my favorite games, and I don't want to let it go, is the problem. And I honestly don't think that it's fair to assume that the audience or the gamers got what they wanted, because we honestly didn't. And then back on the Resident Evil thing, I'm just gonna save on my old Chris profile because I kind of sucked at it anyway. But on Resident Evil, we kind of expected a different turn on, you know, well, a lot of people expected a different turn on the Resident Evil horror game franchise, but that's not gonna happen because there's too much action and we expect too much, and we gotta drop our bar a little lower so they can surprise us again. And that's what they're doing, is dropping our bar a little lower. And it doesn't really drop my bar a little lower because I loved all the games. I mean, I really don't see a problem with any of the games. They're such beautiful storylines. I mean, once you finally kind of get it and what's happening, you'll understand that the storylines all link together pretty well, and that's all that is required for me. Like, that's all I want, is a good storyline and linkage between the games. And they even filled in the gaps of the game, the different games, with Operation Raccoon City. It kind of fills in between a little bit of one, understanding the Umbrella Corporation type thing, and a little bit of, I believe, 2. Yeah, 2 is when you're Leon. Yeah, Leon and Claire and Ada. And it also fills in a little bit of 3 if you actually played it. It has Nemesis, and it has quite a few, you know, little perks in it that are in Operation Raccoon City. Like, Nemesis is just the way he was before, but it's clear graphics. He's taller. I like that. I mean, anyone in the right mind would fear a taller person because you don't know what they're capable of, and once you find out, you'll get your ass jacked up. But the main reason why I think that the Operation Raccoon City kind of fills in the holes is also it shows understanding of, you know, what the sole purpose of Operation Raccoon City is, and showing that there has been people who rose against the Umbrella Corporation even through its own self, because you find out that you're able to kill Leon or save him. And once you save him, you start going after Umbrella themselves. And it's actually a great thing that happened with, you know, the whole storyline, because it kind of fills in that gap of, oh, well, is Jill the only one that have been, you know, fighting against the Umbrella Corporation, or Chris, or, you know, Claire, Leon? I mean, these people are legendary people that we've always looked towards in these games. But what about those filler ends that you really just don't know about? And you find out they have pretty awesome powers. They have badass fighting skills. They're skilled as hell. I mean, there's no way you can actually screw up on that game, really, because it's such a, you know, you have so much power in the game. You can be overpowered as hell as long as you get the right equipment, the right abilities, and you just speed through the game. And Zombie City, I didn't expect that one. Alright, shows you how much I play Chris. And we've gotten really far in Jill, and I'm kind of confused on where I'm supposed to go in Jill. That's why I didn't play her, because you guys would be not seeing so much action unless I went through the shark part, which I die in, so it's not a good thing for me to try and do that. Alright, I'm not going in there yet because there's a safe deposit box that I need to go to. Oh yeah, and the power of the guns that you get in that game are just amazing. You get the Lightning Hawk and you pretty much own the game. I mean, if you're good at headshots, yeah, you own the game. There's no way you didn't, you know, finish with the good head start and stuff. And I honestly think that the best way to do that stuff in that game is to you just go to the one mission that you're most comfortable with. You get an A on all the time every time you get on that mission, and you kick ass. You just kick ass on it, and you keep on going until you can't go anymore. Alright, now I'm going over to that one spot. I believe this is the fireplace area that's unlit. I think I have to use a little bit of kerosene on it, to be honest. Oh, I didn't fill my kerosene. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, I need to go refill my kerosene. Playing like an amateur. If you hear me not talk for a little bit and not move my character, it's probably because there's trick-or-treaters at the door, and I need to give them candy. Sorry for the inconvenience, but it is Halloween. That's the main reason why I'm doing these videos. It's just the perfect time to play some horror games, show you guys, you know, some walkthroughs, how to get further, you know, these kind of things are just amazing with, you know, it's like YouTube gold, because when I try and find walkthroughs that are remotely even played by a pro player, and I'm not saying I'm pro, I'm actually not, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I've seen it in YouTube. I had to look up maybe 3 different videos just to even get the full freaking, okay, yeah. I'm supposed to use, oh no, I'm supposed to use the plank, yeah, the plank. Alright, I know what I'm doing now. I'm supposed to use that plank, get the map off of that, and it does help to get the maps, because if you don't, you are usually lost within the first few routes of the game. And what I mean by routes is routines. Like, you have to do these missions, and if you don't know where you're going, you kind of, you know, have people die on you, and it's not cool. You don't have their support when you need it, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I get to that part. And for those who, you know, kind of, I would say, played the first one remastered or the old version, don't ruin it for the people who don't know, because honestly, spoilers kind of ruin the surprise. Alright, yeah, I unlocked it. I mean, no duh. Isn't that what you do with a door? Alright, so there's the plank, the wooden mount. Yes, so I'm going back. I'm going to put that wooden mount right on that map area, and I'm going to get that map. It's actually kind of a smart idea. I don't get how these people actually thought of this. Whoever created this game is just a fucking genius, because half of the shit that I see in this game is just blows my mind. Like, how did you think of that? That's freaking amazing. Oh yeah, and then there's herbs here. Gotta combine them and stuff, you know. Problem with Chris, again, is you have 2 less freaking item placement areas. I mean, you got all this freaking room on the back of you, and you can't place more items? I don't get that. And you got pockets, you get, I mean, this doesn't make sense to me, but, you know, whatever floats the boat of the maker. I mean, it does kind of make sense to make the girl more accessible and easier to play, because, you know, you want to invite the people to play the girls part, because it's, you know, for the longest of time, a lot of games were kind of sexist towards women, and I can see, you know, Capcom returning from that, which is great. I mean, I think it's actually perfect that they do that, because a lot of times you find sex is freaking shit in games and you don't realize it until maybe you played it the third time or so. And it finally makes sense to you that, oh, this is sexist. I don't want to play this anymore. I mean, what kind of people do that? But for what it's worth, when you finally play throughout the game, it's already, you know, gotten in your memory and stuff, and you don't really need to play the game anymore. I mean, I beat Destiny's main story. No, not the raids. The raids are stupid. I haven't even tried any of the raids. I've tried, but I don't like the raids because you have to work with people, and I don't like that. I like being a solo person on my own, fighting the world, but, you know, Destiny makes you do that, which is stupid, but whatever. And what I don't get about, you know, most game franchises is they don't understand that there are people who just want to play by themselves. But Resident Evil does understand that. I mean, you're able to play it by yourself, nobody helping you, and you make the game that much more better when you allow single player and make it possible. And the game is that much more sufficient in playing, but it does go by faster, which people don't like sometimes, and they start to complain. And complaints make game companies start to realize, you know, that they're doing something wrong, but, you know, they're not really. I mean, if people would pull their heads out of their asses, you know, half the time, they would realize that a single player game is actually better in the long run, because you actually get to enjoy it by yourself, nobody to rely upon, and once you rely upon someone in the game, it actually makes the game worse, because what if they don't know what they're doing? And if they don't know what they're doing, you just want to kick them. And not only off the game, but you want to kick them in the nuts. You want to kick them in the nuts and then the face. Like, seriously, you hate the person for the rest of your life because they just suck. But, you know, that kind of aggression isn't needed. Oh, are you kidding me? Fuck. I'm missing the... or whatever. I'll come back here. But, like I was saying, if you don't make it single player, game companies will eventually lose customer interest, and it's not cool. I mean, everybody wants to actually have the choice between a single player and a multiplayer, and that's exactly what Resident Evil started to do with Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. You had to be online for that, but, you know, it's still worth it. And it made the game so much better, being allowed to do these things. But if you go to a game like, say, Dead Space. I mean, Dead Space 2 was multiplayer, but only in the what is it called? Kind of like survival type thing, which was cool. I'm not knocking it. I mean, I love Dead Space, but it doesn't fill in the great fucking gaps that the game could have had and kinda did have when it doesn't have a multiplayer, you know, online multiplayer story mode. Because how did Isaac really go through all that by themselves? It doesn't make sense. And then the help of the girlfriend that ends up being the very end boss, and to be honest, the very end boss is actually disappointing, because I killed her in less than a minute. You just have to shoot her a couple times with the stake gun, shoot the heart in the sky, and then shoot her some more, and then shoot the heart in the sky again, and just repeat and repeat until she's dead. And it really doesn't take even a minute until she finally gives in, and it kind of made the story, you know, lose people's interest. Because really, I mean, well, the story was great, but that's the end. You couldn't have made her a little bit more harder. I mean, I like games that are simple, but I don't like games that are that simple. It's not possible to like games like that, because once you complete it like that, it's not really worth it. It's not worth buying, it's not worth enjoying. Oh, did I explode that dog's head? That was fucking beautiful. Alright, now, here's one example of the trippy ass shit that the game company made on this game. I mean, you open the collar up, you see a coin. I guess you discard the collar because it's not really worth keeping. And the coin is right there, and nothing is unusual, supposedly. But then you find out it's in the shape of a key. And it has the armor plating on the front, you know, that armor plate. But honestly, that only leads you to realize that you probably won't get the, you know, the armor plating key until way later, because this game actually kind of tricks you in most of the parts, kind of confuses you, and it makes it great. Okay, that's not a crimson zombie. I was about to say, I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm literally gonna shit my pants. Alright, so I'm back to this part. I believe the way I'm supposed to go... Yeah, it's over here. Oh shit! See what I mean? That's fucking horror right there. That's horror. That's what I mean by horror game. That is the shit that is enjoyable of this game. Like, how in the fuck did anyone miss that? And that's an amazing fucking part. The crimson zombies, I mean, that's enjoyable. here we go, yep. Here we go. See what I mean? If you don't put in that fake key that I just got, those spikes will come over here as all these sliders come in, because you see that's a movable wall. And that's a movable statue on sliders. That if I don't put that in its place, I will die. A very terrifying death. And there it goes. And I'll have to place the imitation of the key in the hole. And there you go. I mean, there's your amazing. Alright, and to show you, that's the armor key, I guess. I guess it actually did give you the armor key. I don't know why. In Jill's, I think the armor key is the one I'm missing, but I picked up that same key and it didn't give me the armor key, so maybe it was a different imitation or something like that. But anyway, let's see, maybe I can open up some doors here. Locked from the other side. I unlocked it. That's good. I guess that's good. I don't know. I hope it's good. Oh, it's just an. Well, that kind of. Let's see. Let's see if that door requires the armor key. I'm not sure. Oh. You know what? Oh, and there's a zombie. Come at me, bro. Yep. Alright. Oh, fucking wrong. Yep, see? They're fucking fast. I do not like that. I don't like that at all. Well, I do, but I don't. I mean, that's scary as shit. Once they start, scaring you like that, yeah, you're gonna wet your panties. There's no way in hell. Oh no, it's the emblem of helmet. I don't have that one. I don't know how to get it. I think it's the damn mansion that's hiding. Or no, it's outside the mansion that's hiding it. And I don't know where to go to actually fix that, but it's just old-fashioned lock. Armor key. Yep, it's placed. I unlocked. It was there. Now this is what I like about Chris, is he gets the flash grenades. It's kind of cool. Saves your ass. Definitely saves your ass. Because you never know when you have to stick a flash grenade in a zombie's mouth, you know? That's the type of thing that you have to do sometimes. Okay, so there's the, yeah, okay. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about this part. Zombies on the freaking. Alright. Now let's open up this door. I think this is where what's his name is in. the person I have to save. Nope, not even a freaking good guess. I mean, unless my freaking person that I have to save is a stone lion, it's not a good guess. Oh yeah, I remember this part. This part's funny. Now, I'm gonna give you guys enough time to read this shit. Because it's hilarious. The Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. Played poker tonight with Scott and Elias from security and Steve from research. Steve was the big winner, but I think he was cheating, that scumbag. One of the higher ups assigned me to take care of a new creature. It looks like a skinned gorilla. Feeding instructions were to give it live animals. Now that's where it kind of shows you that the zombie virus is introduced first the animals, and then it goes to the humans when they finally accidentally let down their security. When I threw in a pig, the creature seemed to play with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before actually starting to eat it. At around 5 a.m., Scott woke me up, scared the shit out of me, too. He was wearing a protective suit. He handed me another one and told me to put it on. Said there had been an accident in the basement lab. Oh, oops, my bad. I just knew something like this would happen. Those bastards in research never sleep on a holiday. I've been wearing this damn spacesuit since yesterday. My skin's getting grimy and feels itchy all over. The goddamn dogs have never stopped looking at me so funny. So I decided not to feed them today. Screw them. Went to the infirmary because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on it and told me I didn't need to wear the suit anymore. All I want to do is sleep. Found another big blister on my foot this morning. I ended up dragging my foot all the way to the dog's pen. They were quiet all day, which is weird. Then I realized some of them had escaped. Maybe this is their way of getting back at me for not feeding them the last 3 days. If anybody finds out, I'll have my head handed to me. More than you know. I mean, that's obvious. Rumors going around that a researcher who tried to escape the estate last night was shot. My entire body feels hot and itchy, and I'm sweating all the time now. I scratched the swelling on my arm, and pieces of rotten flesh just dropped off. What the hell's happening to me? Fever gone, but I am itchy. Today I'm hungry, and I ate doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came, an ugly face, so I technically just killed him. He was pretty tasty. Itchy, tasty. Now that's really hilarious, because you'll find out that the person who was saying all that shit is in the closet. And I'm assuming that Scott is the one on the floor that rises. Right? So that's Scott. Pop his head off. That was a pretty easy battle because I'm skilled at a couple things, and shooting heads is one of them. And you find out that this is a stuck door. I don't know why. I guess to keep kind of mysterious shit in this game, which is good. I love this. I love this game. There's nothing wrong with this game. This game is the fucking shit. No flaws in the game whatsoever, but I think that once you beat the game, there is no point in beating a story again. I mean, once you beat the story, it's done for. I mean, everyone kind of knows that. It just continues the same shit over and over. Alright, Alright, I have to make my way to the... Oh no, that's the wrong place. Alright, I need to figure out a way to get... I don't know. Well, I'm guessing this is the right way. I'm thinking it's the right way. Could be the right way. I'm hoping it's the right way. Yeah, okay. Hold key, yes, there we go. Everything falls into place. We finally get into that. You know, constant... Oh. There's the broken shotgun. I don't have room for both, so I'm gonna take the ink ribbons first. And hope for the best. Now, all that spiderweb is kind of a, what do you call it? Foreshadow for the next, well, not technically the next part, but close to the next part. Right, let's see. I need to put these away, let's see. Already have herbs with me. I think I'm good. Yeah. So that broken shotgun is supposed to go in the place of the real shotgun that you can pick up later. But the problem with that shotgun is it kind of sucks compared to the next shotgun that you get from the snake area after a certain somebody dies, which I will not mention his name because it'll ruin everything. But I told you the snake part because it is essential to the game and not everybody really knows it. I mean, yeah, you do get a key item from there, but not only does it show or give you items that allows you to move on in the game, it also shows you the reason why Chris and Jill Valentine and Wesker are the only survivors of this game. And sad to say, yeah, Barry dies. And the people who stay honest to uh, you know, the good side would realize that Barry was in between, and he actually wasn't all for Wesker. He finally kind of showed that the only reason why he supported Wesker was to save his family, which is good. I mean, that's perfect. And that will conclude this gameplay video for right now, because you know, I hit that hour mark and it starts shutting off at that point and stuff, and I really don't want, you know, random shut off on you guys. I mean, that shit's stupid. I don't get why PlayStation 4 has to do that, but you know, I'm not complaining, because before I was not really able to do this, and I love the fact that I can actually reach out to YouTube now and enjoy the games a little more, because I get to share them with you guys. And this is my #1 horror game on the list, because it is just freaking awesome. It's amazing. There's no way in hell that this game shouldn't hit #1 on a horror game list, because even being remastered and all that, you see the greatness of the graphics and all that. You also get to see you know, such a good storyline, so many placement puzzles that you would not think of even being possible of thought of back then, and it's just amazing. How did anyone think of this? And putting your mind to those types of things kind of takes your mind off the horror part, and when the horror part reminds you by slapping you against the face, it begins to show that this was a genius way of delivering horror to you. And this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, comment below whenever you like, and tell me what I could do better about my videos, because I really just started making videos, and it kind of mind boggles me how, you know, PewDiePie and Markiplier and all these guys can get so many likes and all that. I mean, they're great YouTubers. I'm not putting them down. They're hella good, and well, not at the game, but at being funny. And funny is the key thing for attracting, you know, people to your YouTube channel. But the problem is I don't really have that part of me that can actually be too funny, because honestly, there hasn't been a game on here yet that is that silly. I mean, except for Goat Simulator, which I have on PS3, sadly not the PS4. And when I finally buy Goat Simulator on the PS4, I am going to share the crap out of it to YouTube. It is just the funnest freaking game on the earth. There is no reason not to like it, because it's a beautiful game. And there's no way to really screw up in the game, because there's no goal in the game. And I love games that have no goal, like Skate 3 has no real goal in the game. Yeah, just get popular, and that's it. And just, you guys, when I finally get those games on the PS4, you're gonna actually see some funny shit go down, and comments that are just gonna be out the fucking wall, and I'm gonna, like, go back and forth with the Skate 3 thing and videotape it and shit, and it's gonna be fun. But until then, you're gonna have to deal with boring old me, and I'm sorry. I think that serious games like this kind of require a serious mindset, because if you don't have that serious mindset, you're gonna get mauled and you're not gonna get too far, and people are gonna get annoyed by how many times you have to restart from this fucking game. Believe me, I've tried making a video. I ended up deleting it because I was not serious about it, and it just, yeah, it's actually kind of stupid restarting the game over and over. But I'm hoping sooner or later some more funny games come on to the PS4, like, you know, Distraught and Burger Town, or I forgot what it's called. Markiplier played it. I think PewDiePie played it a couple times, and it's hilarious. Yeah, you make burgers, these weird graphics people. You get the mice out away from your money because they start stealing your money, and there's just so many comments that you can make about the game that is just so funny. And also, I hope they bring in Gmod, because that by far is one of the best fucking what is it called, multiplayer games, because you can do so much shit there, like so much shit, and there's just an endless variety of how much stuff you can do on Gmod, and I hope they bring it to PS4. I think it might be a little too large for PS4. I hope not. Maybe they can make a short version, kinda, like not too short. Allow them to play multiple freaking levels made by other people and stuff, and enjoy the game. Maybe pick out the most popular levels, like a Five Nights at Freddy level, Attack on Terrorist Town, and stuff like that. Yeah, stuff like that. And this is a suggestion to you Sony guys out there that might watch this. Yeah, these games would be perfect on the PS4. I think that it has the visual card, or the graphics to support those things. I hope it does. I really hope it does, because I would love to do videos on those. And I mean, they're games that don't require serious gameplay, and it makes it better. But once you play a horror game like this, you kind of have to be serious. And that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, do whatever pleases you, even if it means you have to bag on me. I mean, I hope you don't have to, but even if you have to, maybe do it in a little softer way, so that I don't end up losing my head against you, because honestly, I got that anger issue, and you really don't want to cross me. But for the most part, I'm usually a nice guy, and you know, that's I'm gonna leave it at that. So see you guys later. Well, you'll actually be kind of seeing me, but yeah, we'll just kind of collaborate my way to where you guys actually want to see my videos, because I know this video is probably not going to get so many likes. It is a walkthrough, that's all it is really, but it just, honestly, even walkthroughs are good information to, you know, grab a hold of and enjoy. And the path that I took on this run through, I'm surprised that I took it, because I've never taken that path before, but it is the most, and I mean the most efficient path I've ever taken in the first part of the game. That is just freaking amazing. Everything's right there in the next corridor, and you can grab it, go back, finish that part, and go to the next part. And I hope I can figure out how to do that a lot more, because it is useful to you guys. And tell me in the comments section what you would like to see next. Maybe gameplay of, you know, Resident Evil Remastered, or, you know, what is it called? Walkthroughs that help you get through things, or simply just fucking around on the game. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. The best way to actually enjoy the game is to fuck around. But you guys know what's best. Comment below, and I'll just keep on going with my videos, even if you guys don't freaking care. But eventually I'm gonna get a webcam and you guys get to see my face. I don't think you'll want to, but once you finally see my face, you might actually get a little bit of comedy out of it, because my face can contort to some really ugly expressions that are hilarious. And yeah, I'll leave it at that in the video now. And you know, I hope you guys support. I'm trying to start this off, not really making a career out of it, but best I can do with what I have right now. See you guys later.